Reeve trying to consolidate his position in the England lineup.
Appeal for LBW and gone. Reeve knew it. He was on his way virtually. Watson gets just reward. Reeve departs for 25. England at 269 for 6.
Well, 3 runs were added after that. England at the close 272 for 6. The lead.
And it's a cloudy day, and the forecast is for more rain during the day. So people in the corporate boxes will hope that they can get a full day's cricket, but it appears as if we are going to have some interruptions if the forecast is correct. So play will be underway on time at 10:30, but there may be some interruption during the day. Graham Gooch's 16th Test century headlining England's second innings score of 272 for 6. For New Zealand's Murphy Sewer has 2 wickets, 2 for 43. Watson and Patel the most economical bowlers in the second innings. So England are 333 runs and credit 272 for 6, with Chris Lewis and Jack Russell to continue their batting effort in the second innings.
Oh, that's in the air, but it's straight down the ground. And 4 runs, the first boundary of the day. Oh, hooked away by Jack Russell, and that's a good shot. He's got 4 runs. Clipped away, and that's beaten Jones at square leg, and it'll run away for 4. He timed that one very well indeed.
But what a wretched ball. It was a half volley on his legs, where Lewis is known to be particularly strong.
Oh, lovely shot. Down the ground for 4 runs. Oh, lovely shot. Top shot by Jack Russell. Thunders into the boundary fence.
Oh, now he's playing him off the back foot and he's caught. Brilliantly caught by Blair Hartland, diving. Russell slicing at Cairns into the gully, in the air long enough for Hartland to get under it, and he had to move very quickly, and Hartland grabbed it. Russell's gone. The first wicket this morning. Russell out for 24. England are 319 for 7, but a lovely wee innings from Russell.
We're going to see it again here. Short of a length, on the right line, tried to work it down through the gap between the slips and the gully, and that was a good catch, Peter. He covered a bit of ground to get to that, caught it low down. A young man's catch, good reactions.
Well, he's quite a tall guy too, Blair Hartland, so he had a bit of work to do to get down there, and he had to go forward too to get it. So across to his right hand forward, made the catch well, and that will hearten the New Zealanders.
And a breakthrough they've been looking for. It's taken a while, Peter, but a much needed wicket for New Zealand.
Very good effort indeed by Hartland, and he'll be delighted by that, and so will Chris Cairns, who's been really pilloried a bit this morning by the England batsmen. Well, there's a chance of a run out here. There's going to be. Lewis will run out. That was a stupid move from Pringle. Lewis coming back for the second. Pringle just looked at him, and for some reason that's inexplicable, Derek Pringle chose not to go. Lewis had almost completed the second run, and the throw from Patel had accuracy. He didn't have to hurry. He had all the time in the world, and Perore was able to take the bails off. But he's gone, run out for 23, and it's 321 for 8 now. 2 wickets taken by New Zealand this morning. There's Nabil, and he's gone this time. Pringle's gone. A big breakthrough then. 2 wickets and 2 overs for the New Zealanders. And Pringle has gone, edging a ball from Cairns, so 2 wickets for him. Let's see it
again. Pringle he was only playing around the crease line there, Peter, wasn't he? He never really got forward. Hit him just under the knee roll, round about the knee roll. Pitched in line.
Did it ever. think I said edging a ball from Cairns. He didn't really. He was missing the ball that went past the edge of his bat. 321 for 9.
Oh, he really hacks at that one. Managed to get it down to fine leg. Rather an interesting shot.
Yes, I think he was aiming somewhere over the newsstand in place of where the Cricket Society used to be. I mean, he's aiming wasn't he? A massive blow.
So I think he's decided that Tufnell's not going to last too much longer as well. But bottom edge and got it down to fine leg. Oh, he's thumped that one.
And he's gone, hasn't he? Yes. By John Wright there at mid-off. That was hit very hard indeed. And John Wright, the old soldier, made no mistake whatever. Good catch.
Yes, it was. Very cleanly hit, but hit straight to this man, John Wright, who's captaining the side at the moment. So the English innings has ended with the dismissal of DeFREITAS. And John Wright taking the catch. Here we are again. Danny Morrison, the bowler, thumped it, but in the air, and John Wright took it safely. Hope it didn't hurt the finger. Had a little look at it. And fair enough, DeFREITAS going for it. I think England are in pretty comfortable territory, and they'll be looking forward to having a bowl out here.
So the England second innings being concluded in an hour and 10 minutes on this fourth morning with Lewis, Russell, Pringle and DeFREITAS, the players to be dismissed. 321, the England second innings score. Look at the New Zealand bowling figures. Danny Morrison got 1 wicket this morning. Chris Cairns, 2 for 86 off 19 overs, a bit more expensive than the first innings. Willie Watson didn't bowl on the fourth day, neither did Murphy Sewer, and Deepak Patel had 1 over right at the start of the day. Well, that score of England's of 321, coupled with their first innings lead of 61, meant that New Zealand's target in the fourth innings to win the match, a massive 383. They've got 10 hours and 40 minutes in which to do it. Conversely, England have 10 hours and 40 minutes in which to bowl New Zealand out for less than 382 and win the match and take an unbeatable lead in the series. So an awesome task for New Zealand. The odds very much in England's favour on a pitch which is still in favour of the bowlers. Let's go to the New Zealand second innings now. John Wright and Blair Hartland to open the innings. Blair Hartland to take strike to Philip DeFREITAS in the first over.
DeFREITAS, first ball of the innings. Oh, it is a beauty to start with.
Well, you don't want that up your nose first ball if you're an opening batsman, that's for sure. This went like a leg break. The hardness of the ball, look at this. Oh, that's a leg break, that. I mean, that's miles too much. You never nick that as an opening batsman.
Well, I suppose Blair Hartland will be hoping he has the same sort of luck that Graham Gooch did in his innings yesterday. Little edge and Hartland's gone. Another duck for Blair Hartland. A lovely delivery from DeFREITAS, and New Zealand lose their first wicket with no runs on the board.
Well, very sad for the young man. I really do feel for him. I wouldn't wish that on anybody in Test match cricket. I've been there on naught from the first innings and a naught in the second innings. I've managed to get off, but my goodness. Same ball, left him. Just didn't do quite as much, and he was good enough to nick it.
Lovely delivery from DeFREITAS, and comfortable catch in the end for Jack Russell. And Blair Hartland is back in the pavilion. His test match is over, and the Englishman delighted. Oh, kept low, right as LBW. Kept very low on him, and John Wright's gone for a duck as well.
Well, John Wright feeling a bit aggrieved there. The ball keeping right low, hitting him on the ankle almost, just above it. I bet he's saying to himself, how the heavens do you play this? Look at this, very straight. He plays back short of a lane. Oh, that's going under the stumps. That's not hitting him, is it? Very easy decision for the umpire. Sad for the batsman, but great delight for Chris Lewis. Great reward for bowling straight on this pitch. I did say balls keep low. That's what you've got to get forward. That's what Graham Gooch did. Get forward to everything. And I hope you miss the ball that bounces.
No bounce at all. Look at that. So Wright goes. And New Zealand have 2 wickets down, no runs on the board, and the captain now, Martin Crowe, who's under a bit of an injury cloud with his damaged knee, going out to bat.
A lovely shot from Andrew Jones. Over-tossing DeFREITAS for the first time. And Jones, as we've seen from the England batsmen before him, Smith, Lamb, Gooch, and even Jack Russell, just stood there and admired the shot. So Crowe off the mark from a no ball. And again, a very low one, an appeal for LBW, and he's out. Jones has gone too. Another ball kept low. Just the thought, that the only hope that Jones could have, that the ball might have hit him just outside off, but umpire Steve Dunn had a good look, and Jones, LBW to DeFREITAS for 5. We'll see it again.
Pitched in line, it didn't do very much at all. It just kept low, Peter, didn't it? There wasn't a lot of movement there. Pitched in line. Probably, if anything, just came in slightly, but there wasn't any great deviation off the pitch.
New Zealand in desperate trouble, 7 for 3. Crowe with a magnificent shot backward at point.
So an absolutely disastrous 40 minutes before lunch for New Zealand, and England will be well satisfied as they go off to the break. New Zealand at 18 for 3. Both of the openers gone for naught, and Andrew Jones out for 5. And 2 of those dismissals being caused by balls which kept wickedly low, and Wright and Jones were LBW. So just why is the pitch keeping so low on occasions? During the lunch break, we've sent Geoffrey Boycott and Grant Nisbet out to the middle to find out.
Thank you, Peter. Well, 7 wickets falling in the session this morning, the 2-hour session on this, the 4th day of the test. And I guess, Geoffrey, one of the talking points has been the balls that have been keeping low. Can you perhaps explain why that might be happening?
Well, let's just go down on a length. I'm stood here where the batsman is, sort of down here quite a bit. If we have a look at the crazy paving. The camera shows you. Look at all these. This is real crazy paving. Now, what happens when the ball hits here, where it's fairly solid, in the middle of the pitch, no cracks, the ball will come through at a reasonable height. It may even bounce a bit off the seam. That's okay. But look what happens in these cracks. If the ball hits on a crack, this is what you're going to find. You see, look at that. That's the key going in. The ball hits on a crack like that. What are you going to find? It's going to shoot along the deck. Here's another look. The key's gone, just disappeared. And that's not just an odd one I'm picking out, look. If I move it around, right around here, look. The key's disappearing. It's all crazy paving, is this. It's not solid. If you push these cracks here, they're not solid. They move. You can see this one. If the camera can get right in, they move. They move around. You see here? They're not that solid. So when the ball hits on a crack, it's going to keep low. So the batsman's no chance unless he plays forward.
Will it always keep low, or maybe it'll lift a bit as well, perhaps?
Only lift off here, basically off the solid parts. But when it hits the crack, it usually dies on you. Well, when you're a batsman batting up there, you can't tell whether it's going to hit a crack or not. You haven't got X-ray vision. You play the length, you see. So when a batsman plays back, because it's short, he thinks it's going to hit this part, obviously. If it hits a crack and keeps low, then you're a goner. That's what happens.
OK, so now Graham Gooch had a technique worked out. Now, what did he do that the New Zealand batsmen obviously haven't done?
He decided to play forward because if the ball kept low on him and hit him on the pad, he'd probably be given not out because he was that far forward. And it would stop the ball from shooting and him missing it and getting bowled out. So he really got rid of LBW and being bowled out, which is what Ian Smith said the other evening.
So it certainly is a difficult batting surface out there with those cracks. Let's go to the play in the afternoon period now with Martin Crowe and Ken Rutherford to resume for New Zealand.
Crowe reaching for it, getting it, and another boundary for him, but my word, he had to go a long way because the ball was wide and the ball kept low. But he found the gap. 4 to Crowe. He's 9. Rutherford playing beautifully through square. Picking it up. Lewis will be annoyed going onto the leg stump and giving Ken Rutherford the chance to play a favoured shot. 3 slips in the gully are in, short leg, short backward square. A great shot from Martin Crowe.
Oh, it's in the air, he's dropped. Third slip, he went for the drive, it flew to third slip, and it's gone down.
England's captain has muffed it, end of the over, 48 for 3.
Well, that's slipped off the edge, and away it goes down towards third man. Graham Hick showing a good turn of pace, and 2 runs for Martin Crowe. Beautiful throw. 50 partnership between Martin Crowe and Ken Rutherford. So 50 runs between these 2 players. They came together when the total was 7, remember, for the loss of 3. And not only the 50 partnership, but the time was quick too, 54 minutes. Oh, it's in the air. He's gone. He's popped it up and close. And Pringle has got the wicket of Ken Rutherford, who goes away very, very slowly and disappointedly.
Well, Pringle made that one pop just a little bit, didn't it? Got him much sort nearer of the glove, didn't it? Or was it the top of the bat?
Oh, have another look at it, Henry. He just seemed to prod out at it, didn't he? Held back on it. Oh, it's off the top of the bat.
Top of the bat. And a good reaction by Stewart, who went very quickly to his left. But it just held a bit, and Rutherford played it too far in front of him, didn't he?
Yes, he did. So New Zealand 77 for 4. Let's have a look at the Ken Rutherford wicket again, and that was unfortunate. He seemed to be settling in. He got through to 30-odd. Just pushed out. The bottom hand was too stiff there, and the bat really out in front of him. He was very cross with himself, Ken Rutherford. He was probably a bit nervous about the bounce, and that forced him to play that shot. But he's gone. This man got the wicket.
Patel yet to score. And there's his highest one, and that 3rd fatal run. That lovely shot from Patel behind square to open his scoring. Should go all the way, but a big chase not successful.
Oh, thrashed away through the covers. What a lovely shot. For Deepak Patel. Tufnell, the bowler. Crowe hits it away delightfully through the onside field. And to the fence for 4 runs. Patel hits it straight back. And a curtain bowl for Tufnell. Well, a disappointing end to what looked to be a promising innings, but Patel hits it straight back to Tufnell. There's caught and bowled for 17. It's 109 for 5.
Here's the replay here. Ball just dropping a little on Patel. Perhaps if he'd have followed through with a shot, he might have been better off. But it looks like he checked his shot. An easy chance. Tufnell accepted it.
109 for 5. Crowe cuts it away. Here's his 50. 50 for Martin Crowe. His 14th Test half-century and the first by a New Zealander in this game. And New Zealand won 14 for 5.
And it's Philip DeFREITAS back in action straight away. First ball after tee, pulled away by Crowe. Powerful shot, fine shot, 4 runs. So Martin Crowe's hit 9 boundaries. He's on 56. Out, caught by Lamb, it slipped. New Zealand are 6 wickets down. 118 is their score, and Phil DeFREITAS strikes in the first over after tea. We look at this delivery again from DeFREITAS. It's the spot that's been troubling batsmen throughout the game. Martin Crowe just doing what he'd been doing all day. This time, the ball not missing the edge, but taking the edge, and Alan Lamb, who's been a fine slip fielder throughout the series, taking it very comfortably indeed. And so that is real tragedy for New Zealand, because Martin Crowe, if anyone was looking comfortable out there, appeared to be him. Phil DeFREITAS has his third wicket, and New Zealand are 118 for 6.
And let's have a look at Crowe's dismissal again. You see, it climbed on him, it took the edge of the bat high up, and Alan Lamb gobbled it.
Yes, certainly, Henry. As you say, that ball was going to come sooner or later, and sadly for Martin Crowe, because he played a lovely shot the previous delivery, first ball after tee, but there we are. Oh, magnificent shot. Oh, he loves that shot.
An edge, but safely. Chase for Reeve. He's enthusiastic, Dermot Reeve, but he's not very fast. And there's 151 for New Zealand. 150 up in the 51st over. Oh, there's a appeal for a catch at the wicket, and Cairns is gone, just rubbing past the glove, perhaps. He seemed to indicate that it hit something down there. I suppose he might have been pointing to his forearm, but umpire Steve Dunn was under no doubt that it came from the glove or the bat. Just let's look at it closely.
Play again. A little bit of turn here, Peter. You watch this.
Looked like the bat to me, the bottom hand
Outside
coming
edge
off
of the bat.
quickly. And Chris Cairns just pointing to the upper arm strap of his glove, but he's out. And Cairns a good 24, but New Zealand in deep trouble, further trouble, at 153 for 7.
Oh, well driven. Murphy Sewer, lovely shot. Tufnell's struggling after it, but I don't think he'll get there. And Warren Lee's claps, as well he might. Down the wicket, a big hit, and just clear of the field, 4 runs.
Well, that might be close. That could slow him down a wee bit, with Lewis having a ball shoot through on Perore. And he's out LBW2, the third of the innings, the third one that's kept very low. Lewis has 2 of them now, and DeFREITAS had 1, and look at this.
This is the asset that Lewis has shown all this game. He's bowled straight. No bounce. On the crease line. No doubt about that, Peter.
It really doesn't give the umpire a chance, does it? He's got to say out. So it's 173 now for 8, with Perore leaving for 15. Sewer has a big one. It really is a big one. Well, that's quite useful. A boundary to start off. And there's Sewer going for a big one again. It's into the stand. 6 runs. It's a good shot. Lovely shot. Gooch a chase. Here comes second.
Change of bowling, DeFREITAS back. Sewer hurls it along the onside. Pringle has a big chase. And a pretty feeble effort by Derek Pringle. Lovely shot. Top shot. New Zealand have 200 on the board. Lovely drive from Sewer, 203 for 8. So thanks to Murphy Sewer, New Zealand have survived to the 5th day of this Test match. Murphy Sewer, 36 not out, his first runs in Test cricket. Danny Morrison with him at the end, and Willie Watson still to come on the final day. A look at the England bowling figures reveal that Phil DeFREITAS has done the damage at the top of the order, 3 for 57. Chris Lewis has got 2 wickets as well. Derek Pringle has won the important wicket of Ken Rutherford when he was looking so good. And there's been a couple also for the left-arm spinner, Phil Tufnell. Sewer and